We were specifically interested in seeing what Cal Poly students deem important when it comes to long-term relationships and one-night stands. With today's hookup culture and our age group and all the expectations that come with it, we thought we'd ask Cal Poly students what qualities they look for, and we made a survey to see their answers.
Our hypothesis is that in a long-term relationship, individuals will place a higher value on personality traits such as caring or communication, while in a short-term relationship or hookup, they'll place a higher value on ideal body. And our null hypothesis, therefore, is that there would be no relation to what traits draw you to a person in a short-term or long-term relationship.
For our experiment today, we wanted to go around Cal Poly and conduct interviews with other Cal Poly students to see what their opinions were on long-term relationships versus one-night stands, and see what they thought compared to our online survey that we released out to the general public to see what the results would be and if our hypothesis was correct.
Great characteristic to have when you're looking just to hook up with someone?
Well, for a one night stand, the body type isn't really. It's a one night stand, so it's depending on how you're feeling. But obviously, the characteristics, personality, you don't want someone that's gonna cling on if it's a one night stand, because that's gonna be bad for both people, So I don't want someone who's too caring.
In a short-term relationship or a one-night stand, I would look for a partner who is physically attractive, but also communicative and thoughtful.
Being open, flexible. I feel like people are always different, and you gotta be nice and courteous. I feel like if I was ever gonna hook up with anybody, I always want to be friendly to them. I don't want to disrespect them.
For a one-night stand, I'd probably just look for attractiveness. Nothing based on personality. Just how he gets me.
And what would be a characteristic that you would want in a long-term relationship?
I would probably focus more on internal characteristics and personality traits, but I think a certain level of attractiveness is important, because I think in a relationship you need to have both physical attraction and compatibility.
Understanding, flexibility, being able to go both ways, being able to moderate, and not always have it your way, but being able to give and
compromise.
Give and take. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, definitely for a long-term relationship, communication another thing. Definitely for a long-term relationship that I need, and loyalty, I guess, would be another one too. It's long-term, so you gotta have someone you can really trust and like that.
I really look for loyalty and commitment and someone who's just kind and genuine. And so definitely based more on personality and less on looks, but yeah.
So in our survey, we actually got 563 responses, which is awesome. Thank you, Cal Poly students. 68.2% were females, 31.3% were males, and 0.5% preferred not to answer. One thing we did find surprising in our data actually is that 62.2% of Cal Poly students are actually looking for long-term relationships, which is surprising in this hookup culture we do have.
Now let's talk about the ladies. Okay, so Cal Poly girls claim they like boys with ideal bodies that are caring and humorous. Now, surprisingly enough, would you believe it, girls actually want the same thing for long-term relationships. And not to mention, I think that is because girls feel that they have a more risk factor with the whole pregnant and whatever the case is, but girls like the emotional factor for sure.
And now for the guys. According to the survey that we did, guys also want in a long-term relationship humor and caring, but they differ from girls where they want communication. For the one-night stand, guys want an ideal body, humor, and communication. Similar to what females want, except we want a girl to be more communicative.